Alrighty gamers, how's it going? Daybreaker Rein here, coming at you through your video scope with another entry into the Oneshot series. And today we're taking a look at the Final Fantasy Dissidia NT beta, closed beta for PS4. I figured it would actually be kind of cool to just do a quick little thing about this. Unfortunately, the matchmaking is not great at the moment, so I don't know if I'll be getting into any player matches. If I do, I'll edit them in and whatever and cut out because there's like a long wait time. But I figured I'd go ahead and let you guys take a look at this because I'm actually really excited for when this game actually gets fully released. I don't know about you, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, so this is right up my alley. So you, of course, in this closed beta have, of course, matchmaking, practice, and tutorial. The tutorial is actually just a video, which is kind of like disappointing. I know it's a beta, so I didn't expect it to be like a full-blown, we're going to show you every in and out of the game. I'm hoping that like with the full release of the game, the tutorial is more than just a video and it's something that you guys can actually like play, you know, so you can get a feel for the game. But we're just going to go ahead and get into some practice battles for the sake of this video. Unfortunately, with the beta right now, all you have playable is, of course, hero characters. So you have a character from Final Fantasy 1 through 14. So, of course, you've got the Warrior of Light. You've got, I believe his name is Firon from Final Fantasy 2. The Onion Knight from Final Fantasy 3. Cecil Harvey from Final Fantasy 4. Bart's Clauser from Final Fantasy 5. Tara Branford from Final Fantasy VI, Cloud Strife, everybody's favorite edgelord. Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII. And then Squall Lionheart from Final Fantasy VIII. Zidane Tribal from Final Fantasy IX. Titus from Final Fantasy X, which is the character I've been trying to pick up and learn how to play. Shentotu from Final Fantasy XI. I never played Final Fantasy XI, so I don't know this character's significance in the story. I'm assuming that they were a pretty significant character. Vaughn from Final Fantasy XII, which is really cool because I want to say that this is his first appearance, or he might have been in the second Dissidia on PSP. I'm not really sure. I know Lightning was in the second one, so Lightning from Final Fantasy XIII, and then brand new to this game is Y'shtola from Final Fantasy XIV, which I was really excited about because I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy XIV. I've been playing a lot of that as of late. So we're going to go ahead and show her off. She's a really interesting character. I'm a bit disappointed, though, that they chose that, because Y'shtola actually, storyline-wise, has a character, like, change in the Heavensward expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. But they didn't go with that form. So I'm hoping that that's either a later, like, DLC costume or maybe a potential other character. I'm not really sure. But at the moment, they went ahead and went with her or her Realm Reborn version. So that would be just the default new Final Fantasy XIV. And of course, every character in the beta has two different battle sets, giving you different skills and a different attack. I have not tried her battle set B, so we're going to try her battle set B. And this is all randomized, so it gives you 2 random AI characters, and then it also gives you 3 random AI opponents. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like you can change the difficulty, and this is going to kind of be a problem because the AI is not smart in practice, at least. So this is a mechanic, I believe that this is new to the game, is where you actually get to choose a summon, and you can actually summon this Aeon to come help you in the fights, which is pretty cool. You get a couple different ones you get to choose from. You got Ifrit, Shiva, Ramu, Odin, Leviathan, Alexander, and then Bahamut. And each one gives you a passive pre-summoning effect as well as a post-summoning effect while they actually go ahead and help you in the fight. I personally actually like Alexander's, so we're going to choose Alexander. And then it'll go ahead and give us 2 random opponents. It looks like I'm mirror matching a Y'shtola, a Onion Knight, and then it's a Furion. And then this actually takes its own little bit of time. The stages and the graphics are really nice. I like so far what they've done with this. I do actually really like how Y'shtola looks.
Good to see you. Greetings.
Okay, and of course you actually do have a way you can communicate. Y'shtola is an interesting character because she doesn't fight like how your typical character would with like a sword. Like I'm gonna show you guys Titus after this. So depending on the direction that you choose, you get different attacks depending. So you've got a neutral attack, you've got a back and X attack, and then any other direction attack. So you've got 3 attacks on your main button. So the game's mechanics is basically, you can see the big number above my name there that's slowly increasing. So what you want to do is you want to get your bravery up to where you can basically do a lot of HP damage to the character in question. So with that, if it hits, I assume all my bravery and do damage to their HP. It's a really interesting system. I didn't really understand how it worked the very first time I ever played this, but now that I'm going purple, I can actually, if I hit her, I can down her. And so it kind of plays similar to J-Stars. I don't know if anybody's played J-Stars, Victory Versus. And it's where you have 3 stock. I'm hoping somewhere down the line, or like in the full release of the game, you can actually change that to where it's more stock or whatever, but so far, it's an interesting game. I don't really have any too many complaints. I'm hoping that in the open beta, if there is an open beta, that there will be more selection of characters and maybe a little bit more option tweaking you can do. Maybe actually being able to get into a party with your actual friends, because that's the big problem with the matchmaking right now. It's all random, and so you could get a team that's really good or a team that really sucks. And the one match I managed to get after like a 15-minute wait, and yes, that is legitimate, it was a 15-minute wait, and I'm not playing on Wi-Fi, mind you, and yeah, I was awful. I only had one partner while we faced 2 others and an AI partner, and we just got destroyed. But you can change who you're attacking. I have seen a couple of complaints from people who I know that are playing this game. I mean, I can't really say. I mean, I don't really have too many complaints other than the matchmaking at the moment. I just think one of my friends was kind of complaining about getting randoms that don't do well in the matches, which is understandable because you want a competent team. But I do have to say though, the game's new. And how many people actually played the PSP one competitively? I kind of thought about that. I was like, dude, were there a lot of people who played the PSP versions of this? And you do have air recovery. It's really weird. And you also have a sidestep, but that leaves you vulnerable. Yeah, this is kind of the only issue I have with Y'shtola, especially her in this form. In her second form, I'll try to remain as spoiler-free as possible. In her second form, she goes from having a wand to a staff. And I thought it would have been much cooler and make a lot more sense. Well, that lets us, I guess, get to see the summoning. This is probably the one shot that I've talked the most. I wanted to just explain stuff and just kind of like my overall thoughts on everything. I really wish the air recovery was a bit more. Like the recovery, it feels like you don't get as nearly the recovery as I wished. It's kind of like that in J-Stars too, if I remember right. The recovery is just not great. Like you get hit and you're down from a combo for a while. So
You can leave that one to me.
yeah, and of course the AIs will kind of go off and do their own thing. The environments, I mentioned the environments are really cool. I like how they actually change. That's a really cool feature. I didn't even do it in this match, but you actually do have different skills you can activate via the triangle button.
It was an immeasurable honor to fight alongside you.
What was actually cool about the music that was playing, and then I don't know if you guys could hear it over me talking, but that was actually music from Final Fantasy XIV, which I thought was pretty cool.
Thank you.
Let's meet up
May
again
fate
sometime.
unite us once more.
You have my thanks.
Yeah, so you got different little like speech things you can say depending on the character, and it changes depending on the character. But it's kind of like more or less commands you can give in the heat of the match because, of course, there's no voice chat at the moment. So it gives you all the stats and everything like that. So yeah, practice match. I'm glad that that's there at least, because the only way you could practice in like the Street Fighter V beta, for example, was if you were in queue to try to get matches, and then you could practice whatever character. Okay, so we're gonna go to Titus next and just show him off a bit. I'm actually kind of hoping that they end up adding more characters. According to what I've come to understand, there's supposed to be about 50 characters playable in this game alone. I don't know if that's all at launch. I don't know if that's all going to be with the inclusion of DLC characters. I'm not really sure. But as of right now, they haven't added any Final Fantasy 15 characters. I do believe Noctis is probably going to be a playable character. I wouldn't doubt. As far as like other characters, I know that there was a couple characters like Tifa, Yuna, Laguna. There was a couple characters that showed up in the sequel on PSP that weren't in the original. So I could only assume that they're eventually going to probably re-add some of those characters into the game. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and do Titus's battle set 1 and give them Spiral Cut, which is like his pretty well known. That's of course the Limit Break or Overdrive. I think it's called Overdrive in Final Fantasy X. I should know this. I'm playing Final Fantasy X for the channel. But this time we're gonna go ahead and choose. I've seen Shiva. I want to see one. I want to see one of the other ones be summoned. So let's choose Ramu. I want to see what it's like when I summon him. Okay, so we're gonna fight we're fighting 2 Zidans and a Lightning. Okay. That's cool, I guess. Yeah, the randomization of this, of like the practice, is kind of interesting.
We'll take both this fight and your pride. Gotta give it 110%.
And I do believe that the voice actor playing Titus is actually the voice actor who played him in the original Final Fantasy X. So I think that's actually really cool. I'm guessing this is a staged, this is an area from 13. I actually do own all 3 of the 13 Final Fantasy 13 games. I have not gotten around to playing them. I've thought about it for a while to actually do it on stream. I don't know if I'm going to get around to that, though. A lot of people tell me that the games are bad. Like, the only one that was, like, somewhat redeeming was, of course, the third game. Because the battle mechanic systems was just so radically different to what it was in Final Fantasy 13 and Final Fantasy 13-2. I don't know how true that is. I did play the demo and got super spoilered for Lightning Returns. Okay, so if you hold up and triangle, see what I just did is I popped a active ability that increases our attack, mine and my party's attack and defense. And it doesn't seem like there's a way to disengage the lock system. So it seems like you always have it. Which, I mean, isn't necessarily a problem. I know it could present a problem. I really want to get that summoning crystal. I thought you could lock onto the summoning crystals. I remember doing so before. I think I broke it. Okay. Okay, that totally... I was totally not paying attention to who I was aimed on.
This fight's already won.
We put them in that swine is mine.
Okay.
Time to invoke some
This calls for a summon. This calls for a
Yeah,
summon.
we'll go ahead and summon Ramu, see what happens.
To dodge lightning.
Oh, that's actually cool that Titus made a comment about who he summoned. That's neat. I like that. I actually haven't noticed that before.
That swine is mine.
Yeah, now finally I stopped talking. I'm sorry if that was a little annoying. I really kind of wanted to explain the game. This was more just like just to show it off and show people how it is. There really isn't a lot to show other than like if I was to go through like every single character just to show like all the different characters that are currently available in the closed beta.
That swine is mine.
That's my prey.
That swine is mine.
This fight's It's already won.
God, man, we did our summon and it didn't even seem to do anything. Like, it didn't down anybody. If it did anything, I wasn't paying attention. What it did.
That's my prey.
That swine is mine.
I was actually interested about the 3v3 system. It's actually kind of interesting that that's how they're going to go about doing it, that like each person's going to control a different character, that it's not like J-Stars where there's 2 AI characters and then you control the character that you play and things like that. So it's kind of interesting. It's an interesting system that's going to take me a while to get used to.
Bet you wish your teamwork was that good.
Here's your due.
I owe you
Your
one.
spirit hide and input supply.
Okay, so I think that's pretty much all I could show in practice. It is kind of annoying that everything's a little bit random, that you have like no control over who you're fighting against or what stage you're picking. Hopefully, of course, when the open beta comes out, maybe there's more options like that. So for the remainder of this video, I'm going to try to get into a matchmaking match. There is going to probably be a long waiting period, so I will go ahead and probably edit this out, and once I get into the match, I will show you guys then. So, and if I don't happen to get into a match, then I'll let you guys know, but I'm going to let this sit for a minute, so I'll see you guys in a bit. Oh, okay. So, looks like we got into a match pretty quickly.
I can go.
I'm genuinely surprised, to be perfectly honest. That went a lot quicker than the last matches. If this other player says ready, I'm gonna cast my vote for Alexander. Yay, we actually get to end off on an actual player match. Cool. So we're gonna see how this works and see if we do well, because I'm not very good at this game yet. It's probably gonna take me a while to get to that point where I'm actually pretty decent at this.
That's my prey.
Yeah, I think that's so awesome that that's music from Final Fantasy 14.
Gotta give it 110%.
I really like the arrangement, so I really hope that there's a soundtrack that's eventually okay. I forgot how to guard. That's probably not a good thing. I think it's... Oh man, the connection's not... That's weird because before there was really no... Oh shit. And of course my phone goes off. I forgot to mute it. That's my mistake. Oh shit, I just wasted my clicker. Oh crap. Yeah, I totally missed. Got you. Heck yeah. Okay, let's go. Okay, yeah, I forgot there's a stamina meter. Oh my god, the freaking... Okay, one of our guys got downed. Jeez. Holy crap, man. Oh, somebody got mad. Did the dude get mad, bro, that I freaking downed him, and so now he's like lag switching? Or is just the connection really that bad? God, I hope it's not like a peer-to-peer sort of system where they're like depending on like everybody's connection to freaking get matches. That might explain why some of the queue times take forever. It's because it's a peer-to-peer shit. I really hope Square wasn't that. Okay, yeah, it's just to hold L1. Okay. Oh, we don't have the meter. Shit, I didn't realize what they were doing, and that was my bad for freaking letting them just sit there and freaking summon. Oh, really? Are you just gonna run away like a punk? I'm gonna fix that. Oh, that's so much shit. At least this match isn't going, like, it's not, like, freaking taking forever. God, shit. No, play on defensive. Wow, really? You're just gonna... God. This character's freaking annoying. I think they're playing Onion Knight. That's really annoying. That's all they're freaking doing is just sitting and spamming freaking projectiles. Sounds like a lot of fighting games when it really comes down to it. Oh, bullshit. Ah! God, man, me and this dude are just like duking it out like crazy. I'm actually having fun. Oh god, yeah, we're freaking down. Shit. Oh, bullshit.
Dang, this is harder than I thought.
Okay, I didn't expect to go out on a lose, but whatever. This was just a quick play anyway. I'm a little bit irritated because that's crap. That there's like no recovery time for me to get out of freaking...
No way.
Yeah, I'm not happy about that at all. But I think that gives a general thing for you guys, general quick play. Salt aside, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I did actually have fun. For the most part, I did enjoy that the match went a lengthy amount of time. I can't believe that something as simple as me activating my ability was enough to, like, and while I'm still in the ability, I'm vulnerable. Yeah, I think that's a little unbalanced, but whatever. Salt aside, I had fun. It was nice to get into a matchmaking match quicker, aside from all the lag and the various connection issues. Hopefully Square eventually gets this resolved, because I'm really looking forward to the full release of this game. I've really been wanting this to actually be a console game for some time, so it's really nice to see that this is getting there, and we don't have much longer to wait. I think this is set for like about the beginning of next year, if I remember right. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me today. I think I've rambled on enough, so I hope you guys all enjoyed this. don't know what I'm going to be doing for the next one shot. There's not a lot of betas or anything that I'm really interested in playing right now. This was really the only one that caught my attention. But I do know Gundam Versus is having a beta here very soon. So I might try to do that if they allow me to actually post up a video about it. I don't even know if this video is going to go through, so we're going to find out. But before I continue talking and keep rambling, thank you all for watching. Like, share, subscribe if you guys like what I do, if you guys enjoyed this video. And as always, this has been Daybreaker Rein, and I will catch you all in the next one. Take it easy, guys.